Welcome to Movie Time, where we dive into the latest movie recaps and TV series spoilers. Let's get started. Viewers learn from the outset that Pete Plenty Clouds, Jeremy Guana, was killed by Marshall Kent, Jamie McShane, at the end of episode 5. When Kent and Father Renault, Sebastian Roche, arrive at Pete's body and that of his dead horse, they get into a disagreement. Renault finds Kent's actions to be sinful, but as the skirmish unfolds, the priest shoots Kent in a cold-hearted manner that puts the latter to shame. Renault runs off and does not appear again until the end of the episode. In the meantime, Teonna Rainwater, Amina Nieves, and her father, runs his horse, Michael Spears, talk about Pete and what he is doing. She's worried, but they keep going, only to find his body later. They also find Kent's body. At that point, Teonna is too devastated to go on, but her father urges her to continue. They have a duty to the Crow people to survive. As they sleep by the fire, Renault creeps up on their camp. Runs his horse wakes up and pulls his gun on Renault, but the priest shoots him first. Teonna wakes up and Renault tells her she can't run anymore, that he is the light, and she needs to repent to receive salvation from the darkness. She refuses over and over again. Just as he is about to kill her, she throws hot coals in his face. Then she grabs a knife and stabs him. The magnitude of the game-changing events in Episode 6 of 1923 Season 2, as it prepares for a major conclusion, astounded me. The season's speed is one of the few things that has bothered me. Before the finale, I wish we could see Spencer and Alexandra get to Montana and hang out with the other Duttons. Unfortunately, it won't occur. But because the last episode of 1923 is confirmed to be almost 2 hours long and effectively a movie, it will be as epic as I could want. The show's ending is also most directly impacted by the final significant deaths in the 1923 Season 2, Episode 6. Paul, Augustus Prue, and Hilary, Janet Montgomery, the British couple who rescued Alexandra from detention on the train, were transporting her from Wisconsin to Montana. But somewhere between Wyoming and Montana, the automobile ran out of gas while they were traveling, and Paul and Hilary both died from freezing to death. Because alcohol decreases the body's core temperature, Alexandra only lived because she had an extra blanket and because she hadn't been drinking like Paul and Hilary had. The road from Sheridan, Wyoming, to Billings, Montana, passes through the Crow Reservation, which means Teonna Rainwater could save Alexandra Dutton in a particularly poignant bit of fate to end 1923 on. A big reason Paul and Hilary froze to death, even though they were in a running car, is that most cars didn't have standard internal heating until the 1960s, and they were essentially just as cold inside as they would have been outside. What isn't as easy to explain is why they continued driving even after the gas station attendant told Alex that there were no gas stations until they reached Billings. It's possible that Paul simply overestimated his car's range or insisted on driving the whole way, but it's still odd that Alexandra didn't want to take the train to Bozeman. Alexandra may have survived, but she's still in a very precarious position going into the finale of 1923 Season 2. She's not dead yet, but Alexandra is still freezing, and she's stranded in the middle of a winter wasteland right now. Alexandra's only hope of survival is somehow having someone else stumble across her and bring her to warmth, which would be yet another brilliant stroke of luck. However, the road from Sheridan, Wyoming, to Billings, Montana, does pass through the Crow Reservation, which means Teonna Rainwater may save Alexandra Dutton in a particularly poignant bit of fate to end 1923. If you're passionate about movies and want to stay in the loop with all the latest recaps, reviews, and behind-the-scenes insights, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.
Go ahead and let us know in the comments below. Once you do just that, remember to also come back for other updates.